Hi everyone. Have we ever thought about the phrase love is blind to be true? Do we believe that the only reason why couples should get married or have kids is because of love? Well, for me, I don't think love should be blind, and I don't believe that love should be the only reason why people come together in marriage or people have kids. I believe that there are other aspects that should be put into consideration before taking this decision. And I'm going to be talking about the medical aspect of it. There are so many diseases and disorders that we inherit from our parents, from our grandparents, from our ancestors that can actually be prevented. One of these diseases is sickle cell anemia. Now, the sickle cell anemia is an inherited red blood cell disorder in which there are not enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. According to CDC and Mayo Clinic, sickle cell disease approximately affects about 100,000 Americans and 1 out of 365 Black or African Americans. The causes of this disease is a mutation. Is that just a mutation in the gene, whereby the mother and the father have the sickle cell genes, which will be passed on to their children. Now, this can be prevented if those two people didn't come together to get married or to have kids. Symptoms of this disease could range from episodes of pain, frequent infections. We could have delayed growth or puberty, vision problems, we could have regular infection. And this disease also have lots of complications, which includes stroke. We have acute chest syndrome, pulmonary hypertension. It could lead to organ damage. It could lead to blindness, leg ulcers, even pregnancy complications. Now, according to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, the NCBI, among children and adults with this disease, the median age is 42 for male and 48 for female. That is the mortality rate. And among adults with sickle cell disease, 18% of the deaths occurred in patients with overt organ failure. That's predominantly renal. Then 33% were clinically free of organ failure but died during an acute sickle crisis. 78% of them had pain, chest syndrome, or both, and 22% of them had stroke. Now imagine having a healthy child. You have a healthy child. You live a happy life. You have a family. You're able to take vacations. You eat good food. You're able to do things, and compare it to having a child with a sickle cell disease. Compare it to the medical cost. Now, according to the SCDC also, medical expenditure for children with CDC averaged $11,000 for children with coverage and about $14,000 for children with employer-sponsored insurance. About 40% of this group have at least one hospital stay. Now, CDC is a major health concern. From 1989 through 1993, an average of 75,000 hospitalizations due to this disease in the United States has cost approximately $475 million. And if you ask me, that is a lot of money for a disease that can be prevented. So, treatment for this disease, medications can lessen the crisis. It doesn't really have a possible cure, but you can have a bone marrow transplant. And to be able to do a bone marrow transplant, the donor has to be a close relative. In this case, it has to be either a brother or sister. CDC can be prevented by couples probably going through medical screening and testing to know if they're medically compatible to be together, if they're medically compatible to have kids. That way, we can prevent this disease instead of just, oh, because I love you, let's get married.